Yay!
Oh, yay!
Yay!
You did it, Cathy, but we can't see
It's
you.
working.
Okay, start the video.
Except we don't see you. There you go.
Hi,
You're
everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
This is the Saturday Phrancko meeting, Zoom meeting for all Phrancko knitters or anyone else who wants to join. And I hosted the meeting last week, but Frank was not able to upload it because his internet connection is non-existent pretty much where he is. So he'll be uploading both of these meetings sometime next week. So there you go. So welcome, everybody. How are you all today?
Excellent.
Good.
Thank you. We're
We're
good.
here.
Good.
Great.
There's one person I don't recognize. Salria. Hi.
Hi, sorry, my Zoom's logged in with a different name. My name is Ali.
Allie.
Allie, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. How are
Yes,
you?
and I think I have seen you before.
I think I recognize your. Are you from Australia?
No, from the UK.
From the UK.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you close to Jenny?
No.
No, you're in the Midlands, aren't you, Jenny?
I'm down near Portsmouth now.
Are you?
Yes. I was in the Midlands. I was Ashby, just north of Birmingham, but
Right.
I'm down in Portsmouth now. So I've gone further away from you than before.
You have, yeah, because I'm at totally the other end of the country. I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually as close to Scotland as I would have been to Jenny. I'm really
Wow.
north. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a beautiful part of your country.
Mm.
it is actually. It's and it's very quiet. I live in an area that I don't know if you've heard of it. They call it the English Lake District.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
The
Well-
fiber company is there.
Sorry?
The fiber company is there in
Oh, the fiber company.
yarn company.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where?
I'll look it up. It begins with a K.
Keswick?
That's it.
Is
Keswick.
it?
Mhm.
Right. Anyway, I live quite away from Keswick, very easily drivable, but I live right at the head of Coniston Lake. So have you heard of Donald Campbell and the Bluebird? And the Bluebird that he was trying to do the water speed record. I can't think when it was, Jenny. Was it in about 1960 something?
Something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
and he'd modified his boat so much that he started the speed, and all of a sudden the Bluebird just blew up in the middle of the lake.
Oh.
Anyway,
wow.
so there's a massive sort of following of Donald Campbell, and the Bluebird went down south somewhere. Some collector bought it or bought the pieces of it. Anyway, the Donald Campbell Society up here have commissioned it, and it's all been rebuilt into its original state. And there was a massive event. I think it was just at the back end of last year where it travelled all the way up the motorway on the back of a low loader and came back home to Coniston, and they built a museum for it. And there was people lining the streets
Oh my gosh.
and waving, and I just didn't realise there was such a following for it. I mean, everything around here is called something to do with it. Like there's Bluebird beer, there's like a brewing company that's Bluebird beer. The cafe on the lake is called the Bluebird Cafe. Everything's got an attachment to it. But anyway, they've brought it home and they've put it into this museum. And And apparently droves of people go to see it. And they've got these events all through summer that are totally sold out. Well, it must be completely to tourists because I don't think there's a local that's seen it since it came back. So, honest to God, so
So what
there
are
we
we
go.
talking about? Boat racing? Speedboat racing?
Not
Yeah,
speedboat racing. It's the fastest ever speed that a boat has
Speed.
gone on water.
on
So
water,
it's
yeah.
he was going for the world speed record on water.
I think he actually held it as well, Jenny. He was trying to beat his own record.
He did, yes, yeah.
Anyway, the modifications that they made to it,
Hmm.
the engine was literally too powerful for the hull, and it set off. Apparently, it sort of lifted out the water and then just blew to smithereens in the middle. So,
Well, on a more tranquil
Hopefully-
note.
Yes, hopefully no one's knitting is blown up this week.
It's not so fast my needles catch on fire.
He has spontaneous combustion of the fingers.
yeah.
Well,
So that's
Sandra, are
where
you wearing a
right.
new sweater that you finished? That looks like a yoke sweater, Sandra, that you've got on.
This is what is it? Yeah, it's a yoke sweater. Yeah, and it's something super simple. I'll look it up in a minute. And it was knit. I think it was knit on US 8 needles. This flew off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Pretty though.
Yeah, very nice.
I like
You
the
know,
way.
I've just watched a video tonight by the chili dog.
Oh, the chili dog.
Yeah, and I'm certain during her demo, she had that on her needles. I recognized the neck of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure she was knitting that as she was doing this video, this demo on provisional cast on that I was watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the neck it's very distinctive, isn't it? The neck.
Mm-hmm.
It is so easy, and because I'm on the spot, I can't think of what the name.
That's all right.
But I'll look it up, and then Cindy can put it in the notes.
Yes, I'll put it in the chat. You tell me and I'll look it up and find it on the chat.
What's everybody else working on? Oh,
Oh, no.
Mary,
Oh, Mary, you
Mary.
got something white.
The good news is, after this one, only 3 more.
All right.
Wow.
Nearly there.
So
You
I'm
get the
excited.
award for sticking with it. You
Oh
just
my
done
God.
so
Right.
great.
do you have to sew them all together?
no,
Oh, that's good. Well, how
It's a
many
very
is it in
emphatic
total?
no.
Here, I'll
Very
spotlight you
quick.
for a second.
there's a lady in the community who pins them together for a couple of other ladies who crochet them together and then crochets a border.
Oh, all right.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
it's a team effort.
So how many in total have you done? Or are you doing all together?
Will have made 30.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Yeah, that's a lot.
that is a lot.
It is a lot.
Yes, it is a lot.
Yeah, my
All the
baby
same.
blanket is 35.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Did you send the blanket out, Sumner?
No, I've been in New York.
Oh,
I've been on vacation in Manhattan watching like Broadway shows and stuff. So I actually
Oh, how
didn't really do
fun.
any knitting
hmm.
this week, except for like yesterday. I thought I would start a mitten. So I doing a mitten.
Oh, yeah, there. Hold on. Let me spotlight.
The
Go.
Pearl Soho mitten.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
amazing.
cute. And
Oh,
just
nice.
cozy.
It's a nice decrease for the fingers. It's really unusual.
Hmm.
One row you decrease 2, the next row you decrease 6, and it's in the middle of the,
Yeah, see that. That's
Right.
interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So it gives kind of a
and then on
3D
the
thing
back.
to it, not just with a,
And
not
then
just
the
on
thumb
the
gusset
side.
starts in the middle of the wrist and it goes up.
Oh,
Oh.
ooh, very nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
something I like to do.
Yeah, interesting. Pearl
A
Soho
lifted increase?
Unravelry, it's free.
Yeah, is that the lifted increase thumb?
No,
No.
this pattern is called Pearl Soho Arched Gusset Mittens in knitting yarn. It's free on Ravelry.
Are you gonna look that up, Cindy?
Yes, I had to finish my row. I'm counting. You can tell. I'm counting.
Okay, I found my sweater, Cindy, when you're ready.
Okay.
And you just put everything down. You just got to be the secretary.
Well, I told you that was what my degree was in. So
Yes. And you're
weird though it
excellent.
is. Okay, here we go. I got the other one for the mitten. So paste that into the chat.
Good.
There we go. There's that one. Okay, and so what's the other one, Sandra?
Okay, it is called the Starter Sweater. And the designer is Park Williams.
Hmm.
And it has these bell sleeves and a rolled edging.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Assuming I did the rolled, that I didn't modify this. I really do like it, except I don't know when I last had a bell sleeve, and I'm getting it in all my food.
Mhm.
Okay, give me the name. Give me the name
Um,
again because I'm not finding.
Okay, Starter Sweater,
Okay,
Park Williams, Park Williams.
it's not finding it.
Not finding it. It is on me. Get back up here.
Is it on Ravelry?
I'm looking at it.
Oh, there it did find it. It was saying no, it didn't find it, but then it did. Okay, I
Okay, good.
got it.
Okay.
The
Yay.
first time you type it in, it'll say no, we don't find it, and then you keep saying look again, and then it will find it for you.
Hmm.
And it does not use very much yarn.
Like a teenager.
Well, the way that it is shown, it is cropped. Mhm.
Yes, and I just knit it to however I liked it, but and it doesn't, I don't remember if it has short rows or not. I'm not sure it would if it's a starter sweater, but it doesn't creep up on my neck.
In the tags, it doesn't show anything about short rows, and it doesn't say it. It says it's a circular row yoke in the round, long sleeves. It can be knit with some ease or with some negative ease. It says it's seamless. Yeah. Designed with beginners in mind, perfect for the perfect entry point into garment knitting.
And I
It has accompanying tutorials, it said.
Yeah, I think Rindle is going to knit this sweater. No, she's knitting. She's going to knit the Phrancko sweater first. But what I did like about this circular one is that when I raise my arms, the entire sweater does not come up.
Mhm.
You have some of those circular yokes.
Mhm.
So that was a positive thing. No bat wings, I guess is what I would say.
Well, and for some of that has to do with how the armhole fits, how the arm side fits. If it's too tight or too far down, it's going to lift. Then it lifts your sweater. So she must have that it fits.
It's like wearing a punch.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, I got some yarn. Let me go get it.
That's fun.
While she's
So-
getting yarn, I want to show a couple of books that I've gotten. I'm
Okay.
working on my fiber report. And
Oh,
so I got the Knitter's Book of Yarn. And then the other one that I got that just came yesterday is the Fleece and Fiber book. Now, these both look very, very new. They are used. It was just like good. It was not even very good. And so I got it for a lot less. And then it's only $3.99 to ship it. So it was a
Oh,
great
wow.
deal. So I got two books for less than the price of one.
mm,
So, but this one, it has the Fleece to Fiber source book one. It has about fleece from sheep, goats, alpacas, llamas, vacunas. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Camels, bison, musk ox, yaks, and more. So
Wow.
it's
Well.
really quite cool. So it's neat.
That yak yarn can be really expensive. Ooh,
It
yes.
can, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
seen
who
some
would want to?
$150 for 50
I mean, you've
grams.
kind of got to comb it and pluck it, and I'm sure it's not the most fun job.
Yeah, I don't want to comb a yak.
No.
No, I don't think so. No,
No.
and
The
they probably
camel-
don't want you to comb them either. is the
Yeah,
thing.
no.
Ah,
No, I'm sure.
The camel has surprised me. I didn't know a camel had any kind of fleece.
No, I've actually spun with camel down, and camels have multiple. Their fleece has multiple different parts. There's the down that's near the skin, and it is very, very soft and lovely. And then there's the other part that's more kind of like a hair, and it's coarser. But the camel down is very, very soft, and a lot of times that will be mixed with wool and then spun that way as a blend, and it's
Yeah.
very, very nice. It's really
And
warm.
Made
It's
into
lovely.
men's coats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had camel hair
That'll cost
suits.
you like $1,100 for a coat.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I had a camel coat once in a past lifetime. My goodness.
I had one once too.
I did too, but it was not anywhere near $1,100.
Yeah.
Mine was
1970s.
not
They were very big
1,100,
then.
but mine was a lot, and it was in the 70s. But still,
Yeah.
it was quite expensive.
Yeah, they're something.
They're beautiful.
Let me show you what I got.
Okay.
Let me spotlight you. There we go.
Oh, and who went to the PEI Fiber Festival?
Well, that was Judith
That was Judith.
a while back.
Okay. Fleece and Harmony, Kim on Fleece and Harmony. They have their mill there. Do any of you guys watch their podcast? It's a bi-weekly podcast. It's tons. It's great. Tons. And there's Kim is the owner of the wool and fleece mill. And then Simone is on there, and she is an avid knitter, and she whips out patterns and whips out projects. And then Betsy crochets and knits, and they just have a great rapport between themselves, and all three of them work at the mill. But anyway, so this is some Selkirk. It's called Selkirk worsted.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Mm.
It sure is gorgeous.
I'm excited. And that's the base color, and then
Oh,
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 my.
wow.
that's lovely.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
this
Mm.
is called Bramble, and it is berries. It's all different colors of berries.
Mm.
That
Interesting. It looks orange
Yeah.
on my screen.
yeah,
Yes, I'm getting orange as well. Yeah.
there's purples and blues. And I'm going to do, I'm doing a pattern. I think I called this Bramble. This is the pattern I'm doing, I believe, is Bramble. By whoever, she's Lithuanian, and Fleece and Fruity Knitting just had her on a couple of sessions ago, and she does all that intricate Lithuanian styled color work. You can tell I'm full of information today, whatever. I'll figure it out. That is going to be so good. So I'm making sure I finish my Ewan sweater, Ewan. I don't know how to pronounce it. This thing
Oh,
we
yeah.
did. Oh, so I did. Remember how I asked you guys about suggestions on how this should not, how to
Mhm.
it wouldn't flare?
Yeah.
Now this version is the tubular that flares, and then I did the regular bind off.
Yeah, that looks good.
Hmm.
And so this one for it to work out, when I was doing, it's a 2x2, and when I got to the 2 pearls, I purled them together.
Oh.
And bound
Oh.
because I went across there and I didn't do that, and it was doing a little bit of a flare, so I pulled it out and then went through capturing both pearls, and you can't even tell.
No.
Yeah, no,
No.
that looks great.
Yeah.
Good
Mhm.
job.
So I'm going to block them and see if I can block out the tubular, and I'm going to wear them both ways because one's in the front, one's in the back. I'm doing a test
Okay.
on it. But anyway, I'm making sure I finish this one before I cast on this one, because I'm so disciplined.
We all know about that.
Yeah, you don't
I
wanna
think you
look
are
over
the
there.
only one then. I think you're the only one.
Let's define,
Don't look here.
let's define.
Don't count me.
Disciplined is regularly purchasing yarn. That is disciplined, right?
There you go. I just saw some beautiful yarn I purchased and I forgot I had it.
Oh,
And it's gorgeous yarn. It's silk, alpaca, and merino.
Oh
Mm.
gosh, yes.
And it's gorgeous yarn. It was a yarn store closing. So I went in with bags and said, okay, I'll have a sweater's worth of this and a sweater's worth of this. And so it's so pretty. Glad I found it.
You need to highlight it so we can all see that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I could just go get it in be 2 seconds.
I don't recognize that sweater he's wearing either. We'll have to have
No, I
it.
don't either.
Wonder if
Oh,
that's a new one.
wearing-
While we're waiting for someone, I've just got to the end of a row, so I'll show you where I am.
Okay,
So I'm
good.
making, it's an unusual sweater. It's done on the diagonal. So
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Whoa.
my.
so you can see that
Beautiful.
it's
Ah.
pointed at the moment. So
Hmm.
you get the length to what you want, and
That's
then you
gorgeous.
do a series of
Mm.
short rows to do. So I've actually finished one of the sleeves, so you can see. So the sleeve was done on the same basis, so
Mm.
it's straight down to that point there, and then short rows from the armpit onwards. But I'm really pleased with how it's coming up. Yeah,
It's
and it is
beautiful.
Short rows.
bright
Jenny,
pink as it
that's
looks on the
stunning.
screen. Yeah.
That's
That's
very
Entrelac.
absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it's a really nice pattern. So, and the yarn
Beautiful.
is the bounciest yarn I've ever knit with. It's got so much stretch in it. It's not true. So it's really
What-
very
What
squishy.
is the yarn?
Sorry,
What is the yarn?
it's Aracunia. Let me just go and get one. Hold on.
Oh, I've got some of that, right?
Yeah.
It's Peruvian, isn't it?
I think so. Sumner, is that a new sweater you're wearing?
It was a New York purchase,
Oh my
Yeah.
not a handmade.
I didn't know you did that.
I did that when I threw out my Skechers slip-ins.
Oh.
They were crippling me.
Yeah. They
Oh,
said that bad.
Went to Macy's at Harrod Square and dumped them and purchased another pair of shoes in my socks. and walked out with a pair of Clarks.
Oh,
It was a bit
Yeah.
chilly there last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. My friend came up from Florida and he never brought anything with him. He had a summer coat on. He said he almost froze to death.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but it's the same temperature as it was here, so I was fine.
Yeah.
Jenny's back with her yarn.
Yeah, so yes, you're right, it's from Peru. It's called Araucania.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
Hmm.
socks? Is that Huasco socks?
No, so this is 100% merino, I think. So
right.
there's extra fine merino. So there's it's super wash, but there's no nylon in it at all.
Hmm.
So it's just
Really
merino.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And
one
is
I- the
is
one
that
I
entrelac?
is a fingering weight.
It is. It's a fingering weight. This
yeah,
one's a
but
DK
it's-
actually.
Yeah.
It's 100% Peruvian wool, it says, so it won't be as nice as that. It'll be much more scratchy. Yeah, bit more
Yeah.
rustic.
Mm,
Oh right. Yeah. So
the Peruvian, yeah.
so no, it's not entrelac some. It's knit on the diagonal. So it's actually just a basket weave if you look at it.
Oh, son of
Oh,
a
all
gun.
right.
That's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
deceiving.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
But yes, because
Yeah.
you're knitting it on a diagonal, it looks
It's
Yeah, it does. It
beautiful.
looks like
Fantastic.
interlock on the, yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
You always impressed me.
Beautiful knitting.
It was just different. I thought, well, I'll have to have a go at that. So yeah.
And who just mentioned the fiber company?
Oh, I did it.
Cathy did.
Because
Yeah,
it's
this
this Lake
is-
District. Yeah.
This is the fiber company. This is that yarn.
No.
No.
What
It's
yarn?
silk, baby alpaca, and merino. The one that I
Oh,
just,
is it
Oh.
Acadia?
yeah,
Oh, yes, it's dreamy. It's drapey.
just
Beautiful.
so soft.
And you
So
got
where's
it. You
that?
got a deal
Where's
on
that
that because
from?
that
Is
is expensive yarn.
I got a very good deal on it. That's why I bought it. I was like, ooh, 60% off.
Ooh,
Mm.
nice.
Oh
Ooh,
my gosh.
wow.
And a good
Yeah.
color too.
Yeah, I mean, especially for me, it's gray. Like I have
Yeah.
everything gray, but just dreamy. I can't
Oh.
wait to make something with it.
It-
So
it-
I just bought them out. I said, I'll take it. I'll take the whole thing.
It's squishy when you knit it. It's squishy.
Oh, nice.
Or you can do shawl type of thing and make it drapier. But yeah,
No, I'll make a sweater with it.
yeah.
So when you say you buy a sweater's worth,
Yeah.
how many meters is that you actually get? About 2,000?
I'll always, for myself, I'll always get like, depending, right? Because this is DK. I'll always go to like 2,100. So that
Right.
I have enough to swatch. And if I have extra, I'll make a hat.
Yeah.
But I can't ever run out because especially with like a yarn store closing,
Yeah.
you're never getting anything close to that. So I'll alternate knit skeins because it's I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a tweed, so it should be fine, but I'll still alternate the skeins as I make it.
Mhm.
Looks beautiful. Sumner. Looks
Mm.
gorgeous.
Mm.
When I get to
That
that
will be a
footing.
treat to knit. That will be a treat.
Yeah, I'm thinking I still have a lot of seaming to do. And I didn't do any because I was in New York. But I only have 2 more panels to seam.
Oh. I think we're gonna show that. There we
Nearly
go.
there.
Oh,
Nearly there.
Nearly there.
Nearly there.
Oh, yeah.
2 more panels to seam.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
and it even
lovely.
does look okay on the back. It's
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
It'll be there. He'll be 6 months old by the time he gets it, but he'll get it.
Yeah.
that'll
You
be.
won't notice.
You tell him.
Isn't that a great feeling though, to be that close to the end?
Oh, amen. And that one's getting one of my labels.
Oh yes.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because it's Cash Soft Merino by Rowan.
Yeah.
that blanket, that yarn, just the yarn was $200
Yeah.
for a blanket.
Wow.
Like, oh, yeah, is what it is.
We were in Houston last weekend and I stopped by the half price store to get my husband something. And of course,
Mhm.
I didn't find my husband anything, but I found this.
Oh,
Oh,
very
Oh,
cool.
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yay.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
See the price on it?
Yeah,
That's excellent. That's excellent.
No, I can't see the price.
The price is $10.49.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Very good.
Because I opened it up and I saw the section about the arm. Is it Sith? Is that how you say it?
Arm side,
Sigh.
Bye.
arm side.
And I want to understand. I want to understand that because I've already almost knit my husband one, and I'm just avoiding putting the arm side into the sweater because I'm afraid it won't work. And so I've just stalled out. I had to do some of my own math. And, so when I did my math, I thought it was going to be amazing and work. And now I'm like, ooh, what if it doesn't? And then I'll have a meltdown. And so I'm just delaying my joy and happiness or my meltdown, one or the two.
You'll get there.
Well, does the body fit on the body
Fit him?
fit him at the armhole?
It's in pieces.
That's okay. You can just hold it up and see how it fits.
Okay. So what, I haven't done that. So what should I look for?
That it's got about at least an inch of ease underneath from the
Okay.
top to the bottom. Under
Okay.
his arm opening.
And how much would be too much?
Well, what's the style? It's a set-in sleeve, right?
It's a set-in sleeve, it's a crew neck, and it's kind of is it the moss stitch where you knit two, purl two, knit two, and then it's that seed stitch all over.
Moss stitch.
Okay. Moss stitch all over it. It's a Rowan pattern.
So it's easier to rip out if the sleeve doesn't fit, it's easier to rip out the sleeve and redo the sleeve than the whole body top.
As long as I get the armhole part fit right.
So check the body first and then do the sleeve.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know how to problem solve it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, I didn't know where to start to problem solve.
Yeah. So try it out first and then see.
I guess I was trying to avoid having to put it together. I'm just going to baste it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Just baste it together. It can be very loose.
Okay.
Can't really pin knitting, but I have these little clips. There should be some around here. They're like, well, they're not in the picture. Oh, there's.
Wait. Goes the other way. Make your hand go the other way.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Like clothespins.
Yeah, they're like tiny little clothespin clippy
Yeah.
things. And I just clip those up the seams of a sweater and try it on. I mean, it's not going to be exact, but you're going to know if it's too small.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But if you don't do that, just take yarn and just thread or yarn and just do a really
big
simple
running.
basting stitch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll
You
do.
can also do it with little safety pins, just safety pin in a few spots, in like 4 or 5 places. So
Okay.
it will be there. That works too. The clips are easier, but if you don't have clips, safety pins work.
Yeah. The safety pins sometimes like slide around and you have a little trouble getting them out. I sometimes do, but they'll work for that purpose.
Yeah, well, see, I've got the quilting safety pins that don't have a coil at the bottom, and so they're easy to get in and out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, they won't get, yeah, they don't get stuck in it like the regular one.
Right, yeah, like the regular ones too.
Well, I kind of need some accountability, so let's say within 2 weeks, I'll report back.
2 weeks,
Good.
you only get till next week. Come on, no slacking.
So I had a question. There's a thing, and I'd never even seen one until last week. It's a yarn holder, and it almost looks like a paper towel holder, and there's a dowel on a magnet that the
Well, I'll
yarn
show you on some now.
gets
Stay
swing-
there. I'll show you one.
Because
Yeah.
so I just bought 2 of them thinking it would help with the color work knitting,
Oh,
because
thank
I'm sick of my yarn bowls and I'm moving around.
Is
That's
this what
it.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. So I got 2 of them to do color work knitting.
Yeah, yeah, I've got this one and I've
So
got
you
a
put the
double one.
ball on it and then it just.
So it's got, saying that, this is sat there and my yarn's in my basket there at the floor. But what you would actually do is you take that off because it's magnetic. So you would put your yarn on, and if you were doing, you can actually fit a mohair and a.
So you can strand them together.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Oh.
Yeah.
so just, there we go. And then you would put it on. And then it just pulls off like that.
That's so neat.
Cool.
I've never seen
Oh,
one
how neat.
before.
That is cool.
Hmm.
The company Prim that does all the
Hmm.
Mhm.
pins and all that sort of thing, they do them as well, but theirs is on a base. It doesn't look very attractive, actually. I remember it's sat on the shelf in my knitting room, and I remember my daughter walking in and saying, "What on earth is that?" It really doesn't look very attractive at all, as you can imagine. But this looks a bit. I don't mind. Wouldn't mind having this on the table. The other thing, I'd sort of think, oh no.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
needed better
it
yarn
flows.
management.
It flows. I don't want it to flow too much, but it flows out really quite nicely, unless your yarn is spun over the top.
Mhm.
And then if you do have another ball on with it, you better, like Sumner said, with a double one, because it sort of stops it. The one that you've got sat on top stops the bottom one running freely.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you for that.
Well,
Yeah.
couldn't you separate it with a piece of cardboard?
well, yeah.
Yeah, cut a piece of cardboard in a round and make a hole, put it in between.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'd have to not touch though, wouldn't it? So it'd have to be something clamped round it there, really. My husband's a joiner. I think you've just found him a job.
You will be thrilled to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. They're gonna come this week and
The
it'll help
double one,
manage my
the
color
double
work.
one looks really. That's quite a bit wider, and you can get them. And they've got a little slot that you can put like your Susan Bates.
Yep,
thing,
yep.
You know, yeah, they've got a little slot you can put your pen in and that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I got 2 of what you have.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm waiting on them. I'm thinking it has to help because I love color work, but I'm really getting sick of the yarn bowls.
I'm really impressed with it, actually. And it was funny because my friend bought me it for Christmas, and she's not a knitter. But ever since I started knitting, she's really gone out of her way to try and get things that, you know, so she obviously researches it, because she doesn't come with any junk. She actually does come with like decent stuff that I'd use. But anyway, at Christmas, I opened this and it comes in a flat box.
Yeah, they say it's about an inch thick. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's in the box, and then that is flat down, and then the base of it is flat down. And I opened it, and it says nothing on the box. It doesn't say yarn butler, yarn holder. It doesn't say anything. So I looked at it, and I thought, what on earth is this? no idea. So I'm looking and I take it out the box and I thought, oh, it's a little mini coffee table. I honest to God, it was like that stood on the floor. I don't know what this is that Barbara's bought me. And my daughter, who has never knit in her life, and she's had a couple of goes, but she's rubbish. She went, it's a yarn holder, isn't it? I said,
Yeah.
oh, of course it is. Of course it is. I thought it was this like
funny.
little coffee table that was there. It was just a little tiny thing that you could just shove around when you were knitting. But anyway, no, it's not. It's a yarn holder.
That's fun.
So yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. I was so impressed with it that it's my friend's birthday in February and I bought her one. So
Well, how have you been, Will?
I've been good. I've been on vacation in Mexico, so I also haven't been knitting very much. I brought knitting with me, of course, because I didn't want to be anywhere without knitting, but I only knit probably 10 rounds the whole trip. But I did finish a pair of socks before I left, so I'll show those off as my
Oh,
thing.
good.
These are
Hold
my
on, I'm gonna
wow.
spotlight. You make the best socks.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Look
gorgeous.
at them.
You do
Wow.
make
Hey.
great
Yeah.
socks.
Superb.
Gorgeous,
Lovely.
gorgeous.
They're
So
so
I've been wearing
cute.
them and they fit great and they're warm and I love them. They're great.
They're brilliant.
Nice.
Really
Yeah.
lovely.
What
Are
yarn?
you're not too close to the wildfires, are you?
Oh,
Well, when we came home, we just got back on Monday and we were worried that we were going to get trapped because we didn't know if they were going to cancel our flight because of smoke or if they would close 405 and that's the road we need to get home.
Hmm.
And so we were worried, but no, we were fine. There was no problem at all. And we thought there might be, but we got lucky. So
Good.
we made it home just fine. Yeah.
And Mary's close to the fires too.
Yes, but not real close. Thank you, Lord.
Good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Scary.
Yes. It's
Very,
terrible.
very. I don't know about you, Will, but we have been recommended to use N95 mask when we go out.
Go out. We're far enough north that we haven't had any recommendation like that. But when we flew in, because we flew in and out of LAX.
Right.
And so I was wearing a mask, of course, the whole time there, in part because I didn't want to get sick
Sick.
from anything at the airport, but also because of the air quality. And we'd parked our car in a parking garage at LAX. And of course, it was covered in ash when we, even inside the parking garage, it was covered, but the ash flows
Wow.
through the air and
Yeah.
had covered the cars.
Wow. Awful.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
That really makes you think about what you might be breathing when you see it all over the cars.
Yeah.
Makes
Yes.
you think about what you might be breathing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. Well, I have something to show. This is a little sample I've been working on since Thursday. Yes, I knit some more. I think I showed Jenny and Cindy like 3 rows.
Yeah.
So
couldn't
here's
really
my
see.
little sample.
Oh,
That's lovely.
And this
Oh, how
is
nice.
flat color work, Sumner. It's an Armenian lock stitch technique where you catch your floats like every second or third stitch. And you're supposed to see some shadowing. I guess I do sort of, but it's, not much. Yes. But anyway, I think
It's
because
pretty.
if you really want to see shadowing, you use larger needles, but I don't want that. I just want nice solid. But look, it has practically no stretch.
Yeah,
Oh,
zero.
no.
It's
Yeah.
Wow.
almost like a jacket material.
Like weaving,
wow.
yeah.
Is
Like-
that because you're catching the float so often? Does that make it tighter?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it just makes it like weaving, because I mean it looks like weaving.
Yeah.
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 I can never do that right on the backside.
You know what?
Tough.
Do you use 2 hands? I use
I
2
do.
hands. So it's just basically wrap and unwrap the opposite of the way you do it on the front side. So
Oh,
like the one I,
okay.
you do mostly is, you're working with the background color and you're
Yeah.
catching this one. And so it goes counterclockwise. Or it goes, the opposite way of the knitting rather. And
Mhm.
so like on the back side, you keep the contrast color in the left hand the same. And instead of going the opposite way of the purling, it goes the same direction of the purling. Then you put the other yarn in and you unwrap. So it's the opposite.
Hmm.
So, and I'm really slow on the purling side, but
Yeah,
I'm faster.
I usually get the Portuguese knitting pins out when I do the purl side.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that. I've never tried that before. I should sometime.
It's so
I'm
fast.
getting faster, but
It's so
it's-
fast on the purl side.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful fabric.
But the knit side is very slow for me
oh, really?
of when I do Portuguese knitting. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I haven't tried the technique you're talking about.
Sidra's not here and she does Portuguese knitting all the time.
Mm.
She's fast.
Yeah, she's fast. Yeah, but on the reverse side, when I'm doing color work, stranded knitting, that Portuguese purling is just brilliant for color work. Because that's what they do with it
flicking
anyway.
You're flicking it with your thumb.
Yeah, you flick it with your thumb
Mm.
and you just go right across. It's
Mhm.
so fast. It's
Wow.
like just regular knitting on the front side. So yeah, it works. It's fast.
I'll have to try that one of these days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Is Portuguese knitting around your neck?
It's around your neck or a pin
Yes.
on your clothes. It's either pins, so I use magnets, or you could put it around your neck.
And then do you have the needle under your armpit?
No,
No, you're just knitting kind of regular.
you're
but
you're
the
flipping with
yarn
your
is
thumb.
in the front, so you're flicking everything with your
Yeah.
kind of on the
Thumb.
front side with your thumb.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Andrea Wong.
Andrea.
Wong.
Okay.
I'll write that down.
She is the queen of Portuguese knitting, and she has some great free tutorials on YouTube.
Oh, great.
I should check.
And you could also, she has some great classes that you can buy,
Okay.
and they're very affordable. They're not very expensive.
Okay.
Because I think like for a real job, I think she's a scientist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, she's something. She helped me a lot because I love color work, but I was never very good on it was so slow on the purl side.
Mm-hmm.
I would get frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
So she solved that for me, and I'm very grateful for her.
Well, anybody like you that knits 10 rows a minute probably will get.
Yeah, the speed, I really need the speed. I need the speed or I'm not going to stay with it, right? It has to go fast. So she helped me with that because I have the attention of a gnat. No attention span.
The fast gnat.
My finish in February this year is full of projects.
Oh, do you do Roxanne's finish it in February?
I do. And she is someone I actually support through the buy the coffee thing,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
because the amount of information and work that she puts out, she's worth that to me.
Mhm.
I just love her. She's so good.
She does, and she brings my attention and her viewers' attention to things that we're just not seeing anywhere else. A lot
Right.
of that historical stuff. I mean, some stuff you find it in every podcast there is.
Mhm.
You know,
Right,
like the
but-
top 10 sweaters I knit and stuff, and those are interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
But she digs deeper into some really neat historical things
Oh yeah.
and really fascinating stuff.
Right. And you know, she deserves to get paid for that. I mean, that's just
Right.
brilliant research. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm watching that Friday like podcast that she does. And it's like a
Casual Friday
document, it's like a
one?
Tech
documentary.
Friday. Hmm.
Yeah, it's like a documentary. And I
Yeah.
get all these links to different things. That takes a lot of effort.
Yeah. Yeah, it was through her that I heard about the VNA fabric stuff in I don't know which one of the VNAs it is, but then I got started looking at their fabric collection or their textiles collection. And then I found a set of videos about behind the scenes at the museum where
Yeah.
you get back in there with the archivists.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never would have found that without her, although she wasn't really even pointing at what I found. It's just when you go down her rabbit holes, you find all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So when you say VNA, Susan, what do you mean? What's
Victor and Victoria and Albert,
the Victoria and Albert
museums in
England.
England and
Yeah.
Scotland. They have one up there too. But I think that the one that the behind the scenes was the one in London.
Yeah.
Right. But you can get a lot of online information from the membership to that Victoria and Albert Museum that she gives you access to.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her history of sock making.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness. Because I love making socks.
I don't love making socks, but it's fascinating.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look that one up.
Plus if you're into socks, she has a whole thing about how to measure your foot.
Yeah.
A part of my body that I had never measured before, but I did just to see how it worked out.
She's how I realized the distance between the top of my foot and my heel is so, like I have a very high arch. So what type of heel is the best fit for me when I'm making a sock? So that I got from Roxanne, and how to modify a sock so it does fit.
Yeah, I've just done a sock class with Suzanne Bryan, and I did her boot camps, and then she runs on and she does other classes once you've done, if you've done all the boot camps, then she does this variety. So she does, I did a lace class with her, and I've just done socks. And it's like you say, absolutely fascinating, the fit of it. She goes through all that, how to measure it, all the different constructions of the socks that would fit your foot better, and and why sometimes your socks fall down in your shoes, and why they wear in certain areas. Fascinating.
Yeah. I love her Starry Night sock.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
It's
in the queue.
It's in the queue, and again, if I knit socks, maybe it would be done by now, but
Yeah. It's in my queue. I haven't started it yet, but
there's a full tutorial that goes with that pattern, isn't there?
Yes.
You buy the pattern, and there's a full tutorial with it.
Right. In November and December, she had half off all of her patterns on her Ravelry store.
Yeah.
She might still.
Speaking of socks, Will, do you remember the name of the one that you were just showing us?
Well, it doesn't have a name. It's my own personal sock pattern, I suppose, that I haven't ever really written down. And then I knit the same. It's basically the same sock I knit over and over, but I add different colorwork patterns or texture patterns onto it.
Yeah.
The toe is from Cat Bordy, and the heel is the fish lips kiss heel. And then the stitch pattern is, I don't know, something I found in a book somewhere. Or,
Yeah. So when you do that toe, is that the whirlpool toe, or is that?
I think, or she might call it the star toe. It's the one where you cast on 6 stitches with Judy's magic cast on.
Yeah.
And then you increase
At the same spot.
every other row 6 stitches until you have like 36. And then it's every third row you add 6 stitches until you have the number you need. And for me, that's 80. That's what works on a size US 2 needle. 80 stitches is what works for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the start. I think the whirlpool is, you're increasing every single round
Yeah,
as you
And you
go.
do toe up.
I do them toe up. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I do cuff down.
So do I mostly.
Cat 40 still. So this is a sock I'm working on.
Oh, cool.
Whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
spotlight. Oh,
Mhm.
that's pretty.
Yeah.
Mm.
And-
Okay.
Zeros, Jenny.
Oh gosh.
Well done, Sumner.
I love you so much. You know, I'm gonna get to England and I'm gonna be calling you. And they say, Kenny, I'm here. I'm coming over.
I'll come and get you. Yeah.
I've just, boy, life happened, COVID and everything. My goodness, I usually travel more. And now this year I'm gonna buy a house. So,
Ooh.
Yeah. That's expensive business, that, buying a house. Yeah.
oh,
Yep.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, it's after 4:30. So
Right.
Boy,
gonna-
this one went by fast.
Yeah.
yeah. It was a good meeting. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
see everybody. And
Thank you.
Frank will
Hey,
be back
Cathy?
next week. Yeah.
All right.
Did you have a question for me
That's great,
after the
good.
meeting or no?
No, I just wanted to show you this thing with the Armenian lock stitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
right.
Really cool. Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Guys.
Take it easy,
Bye.
everyone. Have a
Bye.
nice week.
Thank you.
Stay safe.